It looks good. It looks great. It looks great. I love it. I love it a lot. It's fire. Straight fire. We do Scooby.
You already know. We didn't put in on this, man.
Now you see now, you done fucked up your method.
Yo,
Yeah.
what the fuck is really good?
Okay.
Y'all know what time it is. Pardon me. It's the motherfucking Jones Hour. We live. It's Sunday. Is it Sunday yet? Yes, it is. We're here.
Mhm.
Thank you for joining us. And if you catch it on any other day throughout the week, thank you also.
Yes.
Thank you also, because we appreciate that.
Yes.
We appreciate the download love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Got to do the proper introduction to the right of me.
Yeah.
Aunt Acid, what is the deal?
Cheers, my friend.
Wait, yeah. Damn, we need to open this.
Where's your lighter at?
I don't have one.
Fuck no. I got it.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Damn. 2 times. That's me. And we got to give a shout out to Kush. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of that just for him. That's all for him. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's the Jones Hour, man. If you missed the live on YouTube every week, you know, you gotta search. Hit that search bar, put in the Jones Hour. Hit that search. It's gonna come up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. You'll know when every time we go live and every time one of these real shorts or interviews or whatnot is dropping. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to lock in with us. You know what I'm saying? And then again, if you missed the live, you can catch us on the Spotify, Google, Amazon, Apple, iHeartRadio, and Audible apps. So, man, it's been an exciting week. Well, it's been an exciting couple of days in the sports world, especially in New York. I don't even know where to start. I think we got to start with the Knicks, bro. You feel me? I think we got to start with the Knicks. I know how much football is going on right now, and don't worry, we're gonna get our picks in. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Kush will be checking in with us soon. But the Knicks, bro, it's big moves made.
Big moves.
Big moves made. If you didn't hear yesterday, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick gets sent to Minnesota for the one Karl Anthony Towns. My initial reaction off of this trade was hated it. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What are they doing? Like, how you going to trade Randle? The person that jump-started this whole New York Knicks thing, that movement that we on right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, he was the first one to want to come here. He was the first one to make the All-Star. He was the first one to have us in the playoffs, you know, even though we lost to Trae Young and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But that's what it's been, you know? And now, you know, we trade him for Karl Anthony Towns, who, in my opinion, he's kind of soft. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he's going to, you know, be able to handle the New York media, because you know it's coming for him.
Yeah.
It's coming for him. So whatever soft shit you got away with in Minnesota might not necessarily rock here in New York, in the Big Apple. You know, especially with the way our media is. And you gotta have a tough shell to be playing over here. You know? And you gotta let your game speak for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your game starts doing the thing, you be the reason why we win and whatnot, then you'll start to get the love that you feel that you deserve and need. You know what I'm saying? And but only then will that happen. And you got to prove that. You got to do that. But now that we look more into it, you feel me? And we're seeing what's the Knicks situation presently with Randle and with DiVincenzo, with Randle this being his last year. We don't know if we're going to be able to sign him. We didn't extend him. I think he would have wanted to sign here, but what's going to be the price tag for it?
Mhm.
And when you think about it, it's like, well, Brunson, he took less bread. He took $100 million less, to try to build a winning team, a championship contending team in New York, and we got to commend him for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't do that, especially here in New York.
Yeah.
Like, everybody after the bag, and you have the right to do that because you are a professional athlete, and we never mad at you when you do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, thank you for doing that, and we got to give him his props for that. And we don't know if Randall was going to do that.
Yeah.
And we might have had to spend big money to keep him here, So when we look at it, it's like, yo, let's take it. Let's make this move. Let's get somebody like Karl Anthony Towns, who's going to be here for the next 4 years. You know what I'm saying? That got that type of contract. That's like basically the same age as Julius Randle. I think there's 1 year apart. So like we're kind of like upgraded, because when you think about it, I think Karl Anthony Towns is a better player than Julius Randle.
Yeah. I mean, I know. In retrospective, yeah, I wouldn't say he's the toughest big, but is he better defensively than Randall is? Yeah, he is.
That just might be the blocks, but we don't know if he's going to be able to
No, actually, he is devoid of blocks. That's probably the worst of his repertoire. He gets no swipes. He gets no blocks, and that's what's holding him back. He doesn't have those numbers, But I think his upside kind of is, at least from what we need from that position, because ultimately, like, we don't want him to be our center.
Yeah.
Like we got rid of our 4, trying to get another 4. And
that's what we did.
And we did, and I think we upgraded for what we need out of our 4 position right now. Like, we're not running our team through our fucking 4. We're running our team through our 1, and those pick and pops are gonna be fucking crazy, bro. Like, those screen plays are gonna be crazy. Like, those alleys are gonna be fucking up there, bro. Like, trust me, man. Like, I'm fucking excited right now. Like,
yeah, like I said, initially my first reaction was not really that happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now, as I see how much it makes sense for the move in the direction that the Knicks are going, you know what I'm saying? Like, Karl Anthony Towns is an all-star. Karl Anthony Towns is NBA is an all NBA player. You know what I'm saying? He makes those teams.
Yeah.
Year in and year out.
Facts.
So
facts. I mean, when we were talking about it, like, when I was looking at the actual, like, overall, like, production numbers and stuff like that, I didn't realize Julius is better offensively. But, like, I will take that little bit of him being slightly better offensively, over Cat, for all the other upsides. Like, he doesn't need the ball to do what he does. Leave that man open, and we did it tons playing against them. Like, we gave him so many open threes. Like, you leave him open, you're not on him. That's it. He's he's banging a 3 down. Like,
or you risking him banging a 3 down.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I think even that's why it fits so much. That's why I think they made that move, because Julius Randle, he does need the ball, to be able to do what he does, and Karl Anthony Towns not so much. We've seen that what Anthony Edwards has been able to do over there with him playing that sidekick role. So I feel like now that Karl Anthony Towns is going to be able to play that 4, like, we got to wait for Mitchell Robinson to come back, and he plays that 5. Cat at the 4, OG at the 3, with Bridges and Brunson. You know what I'm saying? I think we did lose something on our perimeter shooting by giving up Dante DiVincenzo, but then, which I don't know, it was a shams wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now that we don't got no Woj bombs no more, it was a shams wow when he, put it out there that the trade was making and that, Dante DiVincenzo wasn't necessarily happy with his backup role, which to me, it was like, how can you not be happy? Your man Brunson is the reason why you're able to, they signed you to 3 years, you know what I'm saying, for you to get that money, you know what I'm saying? And then like you're losing playing time, but to Bridges though, isn't he your man's too?
Yeah.
Like I understand if it was like an Iman Shumpert or like a player like that, and you like, yo, bro, I know what he does defensively, but he don't do what I do, like offensively. Like
No,
we
but
need
Mikal
that.
Bridges
Like,
can, yeah.
like Bridges is here though, but like Bridges is your man's. This is the Nova Knicks.
Yeah.
Now it's all of a sudden you wasn't feeling the Nova Knicks. I thought y'all was all homies like outside of this basketball shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks like y'all at each other's weddings and chilling with each other's wives and everybody's peoples and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of looked fraudulent that that report would come out of you saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I mean, but it just makes more sense. Like honestly, it's kind of sad that like that he had that perspective because like who else was gonna lead the second squad? You know what I mean? Like you really want you're gonna say have Josh Hart lead the second squad? Hell, fucking no. I want perspective wise.
Like, no, it's Deuce.
It's
Deuce as the leader.
He would have been perfect though, like as the sixth man. Like
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he could have still fit the role, and then why it came up to this, but whatever. The deal is done, and I'm waiting. At first, I was completely disinterested in what the Knicks is gonna do now for the rest of the season. But after sleeping on it overnight and coming to my senses and not just acting or overreacting during my initial emotion of seeing the trade, I see the vision. Yeah. I can see the vision and what they're doing. I can see what they're trying to do. It's you know what it is?
We traded for an all-star.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
When was the last time we traded for an all-star and didn't have to give up the whole fucking team?
No. This is what the move. No, this is what the move is. This is a competent management move by the Knicks, and we're just so used to not seeing it happening that now that it happened right now, we was like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now then when you break it down by the numbers and the contract situation and who you're going to be able to sign and re-sign, and now what you got with Cat and Brunson for the next 3 years at least together, with the pieces around them, with the Hart, with the Bridges, with the OG, with the Mitchell Robinson, Jericho Sims, the point guard Colic, Deuce McBride, which at this very moment, since we did get Karl Anthony Towns, if there was another move to be made, our next pieces that could go would be either Mitch or Jericho Sims. One of them could probably be put in a deal with a Miles McBride and whatever draft capital that we have left over. So we could still actually make another move if needed to be, if there was a team looking to be sellers.
This move for Cat essentially gives us time, okay, to stabilize our big situation.
Yeah,
like I love Mitch, man, but the health is really taking a toll on me. Like like him playing like half the time. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. And the upside being him being one of the best, like you said, defensive player of the year candidates, and the downside is he might get hurt immediately.
Right.
So I don't know how to fucking feel about it, but this makes me feel better about our season.
Right.
Like that all the news coming out about his health, like where he's gonna be, him not being able to start. Then us going, okay, now we don't have Mitch, to start the season. Now the question is not now, us having a backup big is not the question anymore. And now it's us having a fucking big in general is the question. So now they're saying, hey, we're going to start Julius Randle. How the fuck are we going to start Julius Randle at the fucking 5? Not fucking happening, bro.
Word.
Like you're way better off trading for him for another power forward type dude that can play the fucking center way better than Julius Randle would be able to. He's bigger, he's taller, just saying. Like it's just the facts.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Gives us time.
Yeah. So there's gonna be some It's going to be exciting to watch. You know what I'm saying? And a good thing that this did happen before the season. So now we got like a full season of chemistry to get before the playoffs come. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like it's something that was made right before the trade deadline, and we seen Randle killing for us all season, only to trade him or whatever like that. It's like he's coming off an injury with us. You know, not saying that he wasn't like that. He's not good or can't play, but it's been a long time since the Knicks have seen him playing, like since January.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's a little bit easier to cope with knowing that that's just the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
how long,
yeah.
time wise, how long do you think it's going to take for them to mesh?
For the Knicks?
Current squad that we got right now. Projected line.
I mean, the projected lineup. I mean, with Mitch and without Mitch does make a difference. I think with Mitch, he should start with Karl-Anthony Towns.
No, us ultimately not having Mitch to start. That's what I'm saying for that.
For that
projecting starting lineup right now.
For them to mesh, I don't think it takes that long. I think maybe 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I think ultimately by,
if that's like game 10 or game 15, I think something like that.
Before, definitely, like I would say mid-November. You know, like I would say definitely mid-November, late November, before December starts. We'll have it on lock. I think it's going to start sluggish a little bit, but I think by that time we're going to be clearly looking like.
Yeah, because you know what it is? Because like I said, I mean, with Karl-Anthony Towns, he does fit more of what the Knicks do of Brunson being the primary ball handler. And we've seen what Brunson can do already as that situation. You know, Randle does need the ball to do what he does. Karl-Anthony Towns can play within a system and just get the ball and still be productive. Maybe he is scared to win. But
at least
that was the soft part of it. That was when I first seen it, and I did start saying that like Karl-Anthony Towns, he is kind of soft, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're talking about
he's kind of soft.
Well, you're talking about them getting to where they got in the last playoffs, which was the Western Conference Finals, right?
No, I'm just saying within his career, in general. You know what I'm saying? With what we've seen from him. You know what I'm saying? He's a soft player. He doesn't necessarily bang like that. You know what I'm saying? There's been people that's been able to talk shit to him or get under his skin. There's already been reports of like what happened with a Jimmy Butler situation and other situations like that. You know what I'm saying?
I understand speculation, but I'm talking about like actual playoff, like performance wise. He held it down going against. Like, you're talking about the team that knocked out the Nuggets last year, right?
Nah, I don't know if the entire league is soft. No, we got comments coming in.
No,
Nostalgic Nick.
But
shout out to you. Appreciate you checking in.
Appreciate you, bro. But like you're talking about the guy that locked down Jokic. You know, like he did his thing. You know,
no, yeah, nah.
It's not like he's completely don't
he
got
did
nothing.
Fight Embiid. Word.
That's what I'm saying though. Like we're talking about deeper in the season when we get there to the playoffs. All right, now we have that guy that can hold down Embiid, can fucking hold down a
Giannis,
KP,
maybe.
You know, like and a Giannis. You know, like you need a big fucking body that could. You know, like I don't know. Like I have doubts about Mitch. That's what I'm saying. Like it makes me feel more secure.
No, I feel you, and I feel like this is why they went the route that they went.
Yeah.
You know, on top of the Mitch injury and not being able to. We've been waiting for it to be championship time before I was even born. Day one. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like the majority of Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like day one before we was alive. Like that was the last time in the early 70s, like 72, 73. You know, so like, I lived through the 94. I lived through the 99. I lived through the whole Melo era. I lived through the Linsanity. We did the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? But it's never really been something that we could see that's going to put us over to the next level, to actually be contenders, to actually say, when you say that New York Knicks team, it's like, that's a team we got to worry about. And I think maybe with this move, we could finally say that.
Yeah.
We could finally say that.
Yeah,
You know?
I feel that way.
Yeah. And besides, like, I mean, Randle, like I said, as much as he's been the cornerstone of maybe what started this whole New York Knicks being cool thing, all of a sudden, it was his last year. We don't know if he was going to sign. We don't know if he was going to bounce. You know what I'm saying? The business is the business.
Yep.
You know, and why not have a player like that who is an all-star, a walking double-double?
And
why not get something back for him?
We got him for 3 seasons.
We had Cat. Yeah, we got Cat.
With the fourth year being a player option.
Word. Randle fans could go to Minnesota, maybe. Well, I mean, I guess they are. I guess they're gonna have no choice.
They could spin there,
or they could just stay in New York and just be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I think we got to move on from the Knicks. I think we got to keep it moving. We're gonna get into this NFL.
Yeah, word.
Facts. We're gonna get into this NFL. The games is going. As I can see, the Jets is winning 3-0 in the second quarter. I didn't start Garrett Wilson this week. I don't know if any of y'all got Garrett Wilson, if y'all do the fantasy and shit. I ain't starting him. I've left him on the bench. I was like, he's going against Surtain. We know Surtain is a top-notch cornerback in the league. He's so far shut down Mike Evans. I forgot who else he played, but, it's been locked down. So I was like, yeah, I'll pass this week on Garrett Wilson. Mm-hmm. But so far, 3-0. 3-0. We see if this is going to be anybody offensively could do anything because we got 2 top-notch defenses going. But before we get into the Jets, I mean, the Giants already played, bro. I think we got to talk about the G-Man. I think we got to talk about the G-Man because, like, what the fuck, Daniel Jones? Like, can you pass the ball actually more than 25 yards, bro? Because, I mean, 20 and in, you look like a top-notch quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, accuracy, like we see you throwing between some of the tightest windows, and we're like, yeah, like, we could see what a number one has done for us, or what a top-notch wide receiver like that we've been lacking for years now. You know what I'm saying? Putting it all on Saquon when every team is packing the box of 8 and just playing us man-to-man, and we can't move the ball, and we wonder why. You know what I'm saying? But now that we got Neighbors, somebody that seems to be a viable legit number one wide receiver, we could see some of the skills that Daniel Jones got with what we've done, and basically an average running back, which is kind of like the reason why we have the market for running backs that we're in right now, and they wonder why they don't get paid, because this kind of plug and play is happening all over the NFL, and that's why you can't get your bread. But if Daniel Jones can complete and be dangerous on those deep passes, then we have a legit team. Then we have something that we could actually build with, at least for the season. I think obviously the consensus is we're going to be looking to draft a quarterback. There'll probably be 4 or so coming out. You know what I'm saying? The cat from Texas, Urs, what's his name? Ward from Miami, probably 2 others I can't think of off the top right now. But like they're gonna be Shador Sanders, probably another one, So we're gonna be looking at quarterbacks that are gonna be available for us if we look to see. Like if you've been checking out the TikToks, I've been dropping Follow the Jones Hour on the TikTok. We've been dropping the weekly picks on the Jones Shadamas, you know what I'm saying? But I said we're gonna go 6-11 for the year, the Giants, and that's maybe they'll be worse, hopefully, and we get that higher draft pick. We can ensure a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I would love it for it to be Arch. I wish there was a tank for Arch hashtag going down right now, where we could get his ass, because like he played 2 games and looks fucking phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like got that Eli gene, got that Peyton gene, got the grandpa gene. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looking like the truth. But it doesn't look like that's going to be this year, but the Giants look like that's going to be the move for them eventually.
No word from Chris.
And Jones is not going to be here. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, Kush, you already know. You still the homie.
We'll do pick 'em without him.
We'll do the pick 'em.
lose.
Yeah. No,
that's
no.
it.
We'll just pick 3 teams for him. But the G-men, back to them. Like that's really the deciding factor of Daniel Jones' success in this league. Like, forget a quarterback role. If you can't hit that deep pass, they really can't see nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? You're almost like a Mark Sanchez all over again. You know, where his passing was limited, but they masked it well. You know, because they knew what to do to build around him. The Giants haven't known what to build around Daniel Jones for 6 years already. You know what I'm saying? And Dable and Shane, I'm pretty sure it'll be damned to lose their job off of this kid, and they didn't even draft him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You know that's going to be the argument. You know that's the continuous cop out from every NFL management team that comes in. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't fucking, oh, we didn't have to do the quarterback. That's not our guy. You know what I'm saying? So they get this little cop out move of trying to get their guy all of a sudden, and then getting another 2 or 3 years to make that work, and that doesn't work neither. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be the situation in New York. You know, but this is going to be the difference um, of us moving on from a regime or a regime being successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's you know, it's a revolving door in the NFL with general managers and head coaches, you know. But we gonna see what's gonna happen with the Giants. You know what I'm saying? I think they go next week. They're gonna play a Seattle team, which, you know, Seattle always plays us well. You know, and we're gonna be in Seattle, so you know how it is with that 12th man. You know, with the way that stadium be and how loud they be. You know, Geno Smith, he's looking nice. Charbonnet, Zachary Charbonnet, I believe that's his first name. If that's somebody you should be on your fantasy. If he's on your bench, you should probably be starting him. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that's been going on for the past 2 weeks in fantasy. Um, Somebody probably should have been drafted. Might not necessarily be a free agent, but if you got him, that's somebody that probably should not be on your bench and should be in your starting lineup. Charbonnet from Seattle. Yeah, but the Giants is gonna go in there, another Malik Labors, bunch of check downs, 5 to 10 yard passes, and it's gonna be nothing but shit like that, and then that's it. But let's go over last week's picks. Anthony, you got the score. Can you bring up the scores from last week?
You know what? Let's just move forward, and then we'll predict it afterwards.
What you mean?
Let's do the picks now because of the games, like the game time.
All right. Well, you first. You actually first this week. Let me get where the fuck am my pen? Yeah.
All right. To be fair, all right, I'm gonna go for 4 o'clock games right now. I sent you the games, right?
Yeah, I have the thing. I just don't got the
them?
pen. The pen is what I'm missing. Ant, we got a pen over there, Ant.
You go in the drawer.
I might have one in the drawer. I do have one in the drawer. This is a desk.
I'm gonna go the Chiefs over the Chargers.
For which one?
For my 5 point.
5 Chiefs.
3 point. I'm going my Ravens over the Bills.
Okay. That's gonna be a good game tonight. That's a must watch. Go ahead.
And then for my 1 point, I'm gonna go Seattle over the fucking Lions.
On Monday night. Picking the Monday night.
Yep.
Okay. Technically it's supposed to be Chris's turn. So I think we'll keep the game fair and try to pick for him. We'll give him We'll give him 5 Washington. 3 we'll give him San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
And the 1 we'll give him maybe Houston. Okay, and now for me, I will pick. I'll pick Cincinnati over Carolina for 5. Even though we know these games is going on, you know what I'm saying? And we are trying to be better in terms of the time so that you could actually put our picks in.
But to be fair, we have no idea how that game is going right now.
We don't know any.
We're not checking in. We haven't seen the score since the game started. We've literally been doing the show, so we have no fucking clue right now.
Yeah. 3-1. I need 2 more picks. I picked Tampa over to Philly for the 1.
You got the Tennessee-Miami game. You got the Cleveland and Vegas game.
I'm actually going to pick Miami for the 3. I think Huntley, who's going to start this week for Miami, is going to finally put some of their shit in motion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To try to, oh no, Anthony Richardson is out.
What?
Quarterback Anthony Richardson, damn.
Went down?
Yeah. I'm going to lose. Damn, that's not good. I'm playing Marvelous too. He got Mahomes. Oh, he's going to spank me this week. Pause. After I spanked him last week. Pause. Oh, man. This doesn't look like a good fantasy week for the Jones Hour. Lord. Spankings all over the place. Oh, no, not in this one. Oh, yeah. Where's this one at? Another spanking. Damn. Woo! That's how it be in fantasy. If you know what it is, then you know what it is. But I think we got to move on with the Jets now. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the Jets. You know, they're playing right now against Denver, 3-0. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. 8 minutes, 11 seconds. Denver does that. No, who got the ball? It looks like Denver got the ball. It's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a battle here in MetLife. You know, the weather is, it's pretty shitty out here in New York. You know, it's raining. It's that annoying rain, too, that constant little mist, falling, drizzling, that it doesn't feel heavy, but it's like just annoying because you can't escape it at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just right there in your face. So we're going to see what's going to happen with the Jets. But it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a tough game for them to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tough game for them. This is where they're going to earn their money with the players that they sign. You know what I'm saying? With these players like Aaron Rodgers and some of the other players, they're big name players, Sauce and Brees and Wilson. You know, they're gonna earn their money today. Oh, Denver might have that. They looks like they're going over a challenge. Looks like Denver might have intercepted that ball. That looks like an interception to me. Let's see if he got his hands underneath. Oh yeah, it looks like it. It looks like a catch to me. I guess we'll see what they say. But let's I guess we should move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on. I think, but we gotta keep it. We gotta do the
Keep going.
The New York Baseball Report. As we wind down, New York Baseball Report, Mets, Yankees. Well, I guess can we get an applause for the Yankees, man?
Fuck yeah, okay.
Like double champagne celebration for not just clinching the division, but also having the best record, making the playoffs and having the best record in the East. So much going on with the Knicks. Yeah, we get back to the Knicks. We
were just talking about Yankees. You just drop the Yankees to go back to the Nets.
Yeah. To we got people
asking.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Let's go back with the Knicks. I mean, we know the trade was made. Randle gone, DiVincenzo gone, Cat here. I think the fit is going to be exactly what the Knicks need in terms of the spacing and what they're going to do offensively. I think it's clear that, this move, made it clear that Jalen Brunson is the man. That's the one that they was riding with. That was the one that they felt needed to be the leader of the team, even though probably prior to that it was Julius Randle.
Mhm.
But I think also the contract situation of him having only 1 year left is what kind of led to him just being in a negotiation with the trade. I think Karl Anthony Towns being a former Thibodeau player helped with him getting with somebody getting that player and being the coach here in New York. I think that the way Carl Anthony operates of being away from the ball, can sit on the 3-point line, doesn't necessarily need like a bunch of ISOs or pick and rolls um, uh, to create offensively the way Julius Randle do, fits exactly with what Jalen Brunson does as the leader of the team and in the point guard role. I think it's also solidified the rest of the roster. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the team with the starting five that we already saw between um, Brunson, Bridges, Hart, OG, and Cat is what we'll see to begin the season until Mitch comes. Where nah, it's all good. We appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? And and I think that's what we're gonna do. That's what's gonna happen with the Knicks this season. You know what I'm saying? And the role the that starting five until Mitch comes back. I feel like when Mitch comes back, he will be added to the starting rotation, and probably Hart will come off the bench after that, and that will allow Cat to play more of that perimeter four role that we see so many of these big men play, like Durant, like Giannis at times, like I don't know, but just these big fours, you know what I'm saying? That are able to play on the perimeter. You know, that's what we'll see with Karl Anthony Towns. And once Karl Anthony Towns, fits, and like, we just talked about it. We said I think they'll mesh quickly. I think it'll be rather quickly once everybody understands where they need to be on the court and the spacing. I think probably by the 15 game mark, we'll probably see whatever hiccups there might have been to start the season go away, and everybody understand their role and what's expected of them, and the Knicks to flourish and still be within that 1 to 4 seed. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't really see them dropping to like 5 or 6, and definitely not even the playing. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck no.
Where so it is what it is.
High expectations.
Facts. Now we're gonna get into the Yankees.
There you go.
New York baseball report. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna give the Yankees their props because they did what they needed to do. They got that home field. Hopefully the World Series got to come through the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? But the Yankees for the past couple of years, let's be 100. I'm a big ass Yankee fan, but let's keep it 100. They have not performed in the postseason. They have not been a team that's been able to score. The bats have consistently gone silent. Aaron Judge, upon even his MVP season, or even the 50 and 60 and another 50 again this year, has not been able to perform that well in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Stanton has. We've seen him already lighten it up in what he did yesterday. I believe 2 home runs, or almost all our RBIs to solidify the W. Against Pittsburgh. But Yankees, man, like we got it locked, bro. We got it locked in. Know what I mean? And it's the fate, the destiny. We control our own destiny, but they need to take the approach during the playoffs of what are the ways we can manufacture runs without it being a home run. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they've relied a lot on the home run in much of their success. That's what the Yankees have done. And what they need to do, especially when the playoffs come, is learn how to manufacture the run. When you get a leadoff walk and then have them steal second, then you bunt them over to third, and then you get a sacrifice fly and you manufacture a run with 2 outs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They need more of that type of approach in the playoffs, especially if they're going to play Houston, especially if they're going to play a Baltimore. Like, we just finished the series in Baltimore. Like, they definitely feel like they can fuck with us.
Yep.
This is not the Baltimore of 10 years ago where we used to spank them.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
this is the Cal Ripken Baltimore.
Even after last season,
Mm-hmm.
I think people still feel that way because it's just because people have that like nostalgic fucking feeling of Baltimore being being trashed with, of course, without Cal. Like with Ripken, different story.
Yeah.
But
that's the 90s.
Put respect on their name. But in general, we all have this perspective in our head that Baltimore's always been trash.
Yeah.
You know, so
and we've dominated them.
Yeah,
we have.
You guys have been. You guys have definitely whipped that ass on plenty of occasions.
But right about now, like last year, it didn't matter. They was just as nice. They made their playoffs. They lost in the first round. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have that bye, and they like there is some worry within maybe some talking baseball of like how how the Yankees are gonna react by that big layoff. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna be good to give Cole that rest he needs. The other pitchers the rest he needs. I wonder what the rotation is going to be. I mean, who out of the starters is going to come out of the bullpen? Who's going to be the closer during the playoffs? I mean, it's clear that it's not going to be Clay Holmes. He's been taken out of that role. You know, he's been kind of designated out to like the 7th or 8th inning. You know, so it's like he's not going to be there. You know, there's still a lot of question marks in what's going to happen and who's going to be on this. I think 23-man, 26-man roster when it comes down. To the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
And this is where the boys become men. You know what I'm saying? The Yankees, you want to talk all of that shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Yankee fan, and I'm happy every time we make the playoffs. I understand that like that World Series or bust is like irrational. That's like irrational thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like if you made it to the playoffs 10 years in a row, though, like you got to be happy. You got to be content. Like you see in October baseball, you're getting something to cheer for. You're making it to a couple of ALCSs. Like you got to be like okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But what we got in play right now, especially with this is kind of like the audition for Juan Soto for the Yankees. Like, yo, here, stay in New York, man. Fuck with them pinstripes. Like, you should want to be here. So if you're gonna want to be here, it's like rock with us.
Show up.
You know what I'm saying? Like we also got to give you something to want to stay here for. And that's going to be the performance in the playoffs, because he already got a ring. He already got like an MVP. And, we're going to get into the Mets, but the Mets is nice too. And he could still stay in New York and be on the Mets. And they shown after a year that was supposed to be a wash for them that they probably going to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And then hopefully they're going to make the playoffs. And then after that, Juan Soto adding to that would only put it like they're going to get better. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. Juan Soto's WAR is going to be crazy. He's going to add those wins to your team as a whole for the year. Yeah. By what he does, so that's why he's so valuable. You know what I'm saying? His WAR is going to be like 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? Where he's going to add 8 or 9 extra wins to what the Mets do. So like that's why it's so important for the Yankees to actually, get to the World Series and win it. Like on paper, what we have, what there is, we should spank them.
Yeah,
we should beat everybody.
True.
I hope we play Houston. I hope we play Houston.
I do too. Fuck the Stros.
Fuck all that bullshit. Like, oh, I want the easier path. Nah, there ain't no easier fucking path. These are the motherfuckers that's been fucking a thorn in our side for like 6-7 years.
Fuck
even with the cheating and shit. Fuck them.
Trash.
Yeah.
Banging on trash cans.
Yeah. That's how trash they are.
Yeah.
Bunch of Oscar the Grouches and shit. My bad. I watch Sesame Street with my son a lot.
We should make that. We should make a fucking Oscar the Grouch popping out of the trash can wearing a Stros hat.
Yeah. And put fucking Altuve's face in it. Bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah. So
the older Altuve.
Whatever. But with the Yankees need to spank them. Yankees need to hope that we play Houston in the playoffs and spank them, not because not because they deserve it only, not because we owe it to them also, but to prove to ourselves that we could get past them.
Yeah.
That we could get past them. That Houston is going to be it. Houston, I was looking at an old video of the Jones Hour. You know, we drop every week. Bro, they started 8-23. The Astros was 8-23 to start the season. 15 games below 500. And they went on to win the division. Came back. This is what we thought. We know they nice.
Yeah.
So in order for us to judge if we nice, we got to beat them.
Yeah.
If we can't beat them, then we still shitty.
American
It didn't matter Juan
trash.
Soto. It didn't matter what Aaron Judge, another 50-something home runs. It didn't matter Garrett Cole or whoever else, Volpe, fucking John Stanton. Nobody. It didn't matter nobody. If we play the Houston Astros one more time and we lose, it didn't fucking matter.
No, you can't be letting cheaters.
Yeah. Nah. They won after the cheating. They tried to prove that it was more than just the cheating.
No, you can't. We can't let that happen.
Well, that's what they did.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Mets.
Mets.
Mets fucked up. We've lost the last 3 games. Now our season is hinged on the last 3 games of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We play the Brewers tonight, and then we play 2 delayed games that were delayed from earlier in the season. Well, not earlier in the season, actually last week.
2 days ago.
From the hurricane.
Yeah.
We play the Braves 2 more times after tonight, and that would wrap up the season. But we need all 3 of those games.
Uh-huh.
We are a game behind the Braves and the Diamondbacks. And the Padres have locked up their position, wild card position.
Yeah.
So it pretty much is a battle between the 3 of us, those 3 teams, D-backs, Braves, and Mets for those final 2 positions.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I would love to see it be the D-backs and the Mets, because if we beat the Braves, that's the conclusion that you'll get.
Yeah. I mean, I think, with the rain that happened with the hurricane in Atlanta and down there, prayers to everybody that shit hit hard a lot to that Florida and Atlanta area down there. So, hopefully everybody is recovering and trying to, get back, after the damage that's been done over there to the families. But the Monday's games would be double headers. It's a double header. They would have one game at 1, and then after that game ends, it would actually start 40 minutes after the next game. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're going to need it. That's going to be the crazy part. And then it's like, the Mets curse has always been Atlanta for as long as we can remember.
Fuck the Braves, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And now, like, you had the opportunity to kind of like solidify the spot if you could have beat the Brewers. And then you couldn't beat the Brewers, knowing that the Brewers, they're not really playing for much. They're already locked in the Central. They good. They don't got nothing to play for. But then you don't get the job done against the Brewers. Now you looking like, hopefully you don't get swept when you play today at 3:00. Hopefully you don't get swept. But y'all might get swept. If you get swept, you're going to need to possibly sweep the Braves now. You're going to need to possibly sweep the Braves to make the playoffs now. Now the Braves is going to be playing for their playoff hopes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like, y'all was supposed to have fate sealed. Y'all was supposed to have it, Like, you controlled your own destiny. You needed to win. Now you're leaving it within these 2 games against the Braves, who also need the games also. And then, shout out to the Padres. I actually thought they was gonna make it last year. They're a tough team. They're a tough out. They got a lot of real nice players on both sides, pitching, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So the Padres is real. They're gonna be locked in. The Diamondbacks is what's been slipping in, and it's the fact that the Padres has been beating the Diamondbacks is why it's given hope to the Mets, where they needed to capitalize against Milwaukee, but they haven't been able to do that. Hopefully they could win today, and then they're gonna have to play that doubleheader, and then it's gonna suck because the winner of that doubleheader, that Tuesday, the very next day is when the wild card games start.
But that's baseball for you, bro.
Yeah, and they might actually be having to go to San Diego, the Mets, if they win.
Play 3 games in fucking 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like you didn't battle 162 games to get to this very moment. Like it doesn't even matter to you. You know what I'm saying? But it's what's the true reality behind it is that they don't want to compete with the NFL. They don't want to compete with the NFL. They don't want to have a Sunday playoff game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe at night, depending, because the night is just the national game of the day, but not every fan is of that, of those two teams,
Yeah.
But you're not going to have a 1:00 baseball game playoffs on a Sunday, knowing that the whole NFL is going on Sunday at 1:00.
Yeah.
They would lose so much viewership. They'd be mad. So that's the real reality of it.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it like this. But like Mets, man, like fuck, bro. Like we was here fucking with you. We was rooting for y'all. We was trying to really trying to, give you y'all blessings and whatnot. And
we couldn't just win the last game or the first game. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, man. Like us winning 3 straight kind of like deflated me so much. You know? I'm out here
fucking
wearing
fantasy.
fucking purple socks every fucking night. I'm wearing purple shorts right now. I wore a purple
You was on your
hoodie
grimace
this
shit?
week.
You was on your grimace shit?
I'm grimacing all week, bro.
Damn, son.
I'm out here losing.
Damn, son.
Yeah, man.
Maybe, I was about to say maybe you fucked it up there.
Don't even.
Villain laugh right there. But yo, fucking to continue on into New York, we got to shout out the ladies this week. We fucked it up last week. We kind of forget, but WNBA playoffs going on. Liberty looking to play the Aces right now. You know what I'm saying? Asia Wilson, real deal, wins the MVP. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy that she was in the last game of the season. She dropped enough to score the 1,000, which was now the first 1,000 point season ever in WNBA history. But then beat Angel Reese by like 1 or 2 rebounds to now have the most rebounds in the season at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So Asia Wilson is real, but them girls in New York, man, we gotta show them mad love. They about to be the next fucking New York championship. Straight up.
Yeah.
Like if we beat the Aces right now in this, there's no way we losing the chip. There's not. I think it's Connecticut and maybe Seattle playing each other on the other side. But we stacking.
We got 2 of the best players in the WNBA on our squad.
Yeah, with Sabrina and Ionesco and Breonna Stewart.
Nah, I would say Breonna Stewart and fucking Jonquel Jones, bro.
Jonquel Jones too, yeah.
Jonquel Jones is like completely. No one fucking talks about Jonquel Jones. You watch any Liberty game, you know who's fucking winning those games, bro. It's Jonquel fucking Jones, bro.
Word.
Like she may not be the most sellable fucking player, bro, but like, yo, you're talking about someone that grew up with fucking Buddy Hield and has like been balling her whole fucking life, like girl could fucking ball, So sorry, that woman could fucking ball. Like she crushes. I'm a huge fucking fan. We watched the game the other night and I was like super, like Sabrina Ionescu takes some really questionable shots sometimes. She be, she be on a Trae Young shit sometimes. So like I literally will like be grimacing and then she'll get benched and then Jonquel Jones will come in and fucking destroy and I'll be like, all right, cool. Like I feel better about watching this fucking game, But yeah. She makes the games way more watchable for me.
And we got to give Caitlin Clark her props too, man, because what she's done has really done a lot for the WNBA. People want to hate on her or whatever like that, but excuse me, her game is really speaking for herself.
She could fucking ball.
Bro. And she got even MVP votes while winning Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a real deal, and she took that Indiana Fever team to Berto was good, Florida. QU, what up? But she took that team to the playoffs this year after not making the playoffs for like mad years in a row, Indiana.
Yeah.
So I mean, her impact has been immediate.
Yeah, no,
excuse me, and
completely immediate. And outside of that, like people hating on her for the reasons why they're hating on her shows the flaws of the WNBA. If you're complaining about her not giving, and the thing is like one of her best assets skill wise is passing. And everyone's like, oh, she's not going to be like.
But she had 19 assists in one game.
Exactly. Like, how the fuck are you
a record?
Like, as if she's not respected everyone else, bro.
Yeah, and that was like in her 12th game.
Yeah,
like ever.
There's not enough teams to support the sport. I'm sorry. Like, you need.
Well, they get another one, I think.
Yeah, they need more teams now that the viewership's up. They need 2 more teams at least. And they need to keep building the league, and it needs to be in a sustainable format where the NBA isn't supporting it anymore.
Yeah,
because
I know.
Still supports the
and
WNBA.
they was losing. Yeah, they was losing money. But I think this year finally they in the positive.
Also,
what Caitlin Clark has been able to do, they really need to start. I think they really need to start more in terms of the advertising at the college level. You know what I'm saying? Because the college level, like Paige Buchers, that's going to be on her way. Juju Watson, that's going to be another one on her way, from USC and UConn. You know what I'm saying? These are going to be the next phases. Like these next few years that we got, like Clark and Reese now, and the next 2 that are coming up and everything like that. These are going to be what the futures of the WNBA and what's going to shape them to be now more competitive with the NBA, more money, probably longer seasons. You know what I'm saying? Because they play in the season, they play during the summer, but they might have to expand that into like starting during the NBA playoffs and ending when the NBA season starts, as opposed to just being something to fill that gap. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
They need to start making more money. They need
to make more money, but they making more money means they need to get more deals and shit. No, like that.
Absolutely. But you're not going to get fire talent, all right, unless the future, all right, of you going, why am I going to put all this into this? As a like
an investor,
not even as an investor.
Well, I know, like
I'm talking about as an athlete, like someone that wants to be an athlete. If a girl wants to be like in the WNBA when she grows up, why would she want to do that when she knows, or it's known, that you could go elsewhere and make way more money? When she knows that there's only fucking 10 teams, or how many teams there is in the WNBA, and there's only so many spots on each fucking squad, and you got ladies fucking like in the WNBA till they're almost fucking 40.
Yeah.
Like literally the rotation of spots is only so limited, and you only have so many fucking teams, and you're making less money over here than you would make elsewhere.
I think that's been the biggest argument from the beginning of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why we've seen fucking Brittany Griner in fucking Russia or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, with what Caitlin Clark brings, with what Angel Reese brings, with what Ionesco and Stewart and Asia Wilson brings, and now when you think about the new talent that's going to be coming up, like Paige Buchers, like Juju Watson, and a couple of others that are in college right now, those are going to be the next ones to probably hit the WNBA draft and get as we see more and more of that talent start to come up through the ranks. I think it was a little bit not necessarily taboo, but like not necessarily a thought of actually being able to do it and making it, more than just what it is in terms of basketball. I think now with what Caitlin Clark is going to be doing with all the marketing and all the other type of things that the deals that you're going to get, that superstar is being born, and now you're going to see more trying to do that, more trying to fill that role, and then more businesses trying to invest into that movement. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's only up from here. You know what I'm saying? I think everything that you said is right, but I think
so too.
I think that it's all changed with this very year.
The product has gotten better. There's enough talent to expand. Like I think we're at a point where, similar to the NBA, like you could add 2 more teams. I think the NBA could add 2 more teams at this point. Like I think there's enough talent in the NBA to like do that.
Where?
That's just how I feel. I think they're both up for expansion, but I think the upside for the WNBA to expand is super, super high. There's so many markets you could tap. Like put fucking teams like around. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many cities that don't have WNBA teams. Like, you could give like a city a WNBA team. You know?
Nah, well, I mean, it's not that. I don't think it's necessarily that easy. At the same time, and as it, like, I think there's more than just doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, if you're gonna put a team somewhere, you're going to invest in a place that's maybe already has some women's sports established, you know, through soccer or through some of the other sports, but also like that's gonna have, you know, traction of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, like I think Portland might be good. I think Portland is good for a lot of the women ballers come over from there. You know what I'm saying? So it would be something that would be considered or something.
I think Portland's a good alternative city.
Yeah.
I think Portland got real like lesbian vibes.
Maybe.
Yeah, dog. Like, you ever see Portlandia?
I have not.
Ah, okay. So you got it. Like, all right, you don't even know. All right, like in general, Portland kind of has those vibes. So I could totally.
Oh,
see
wait
Portland.
a minute. Berto has commented. Shout out Berto for watching us on the live. You already know YouTube, Jones Hour. They gotta lower the rims and let them start dunking. That will make more people watch. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, they could. I don't. Yeah.
Like if they made it a foot smaller, 9 feet.
I don't know about
that'd be bodies. Girls would be catching bodies.
What about like it's just like 3 inches? It would make a huge difference.
Or 9.5. Nah, it gotta be 6 inches.
No, because like say like you could. There's people that still can. You have like, all right, just to talk about like players that can dunk, like WNBA players that can dunk. But if you made it 3 inches shorter, that opens up the floodgate for like, I don't know, 50 more players to dunk. You know,
I don't think it's that many. I think you would have to lower it a little bit more to get that many.
5 inches.
I said 6. Half a foot. I mean, it's 12 inches in a foot. What are you gonna do, John? We're gonna lower it 5 inches. No, the room is gonna be 9, 7.
Where's it at now?
It's 10 feet. Is a regular NBA.
Oh, so it's the regular NBA?
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So I said 9.5. You lower it 6 inches, like that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's probably a 9 foot, bro. See, facts, 9 feet. That's what I said. 9. Like at first, 9 feet. Like girls would be catching bodies, nigga. You would see you'll see Asia Wilson catch a flight on some chick like crazy, like whoop whoop boom.
How high is park rims?
Everything is 10 feet, bro.
It's all 10
everything
feet.
Everything is supposed to be 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
9 feet, bro. That would be fire. I think that's it for the sports, man. I think we tapped into everything. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so now this week, the vinyl of the week.
Oh, okay.
Vinyl of the week. Fire.
This week's vinyl of the week is Big Pun's Capital Punishment.
Big Pun. Ooh, shout out to the Puerto Ricans.
Like we promised.
And all the Latinos.
Like we promised, we're gonna be getting essentially for the next like month or so or 2 months, just primarily into essential classic albums. Albums that we feel that if you are going to start a collection, or if you feel like you are a huge hip hop fan and you're trying to pick up records, I would say these are the albums that you want to cop. Mm-hmm. Or not even vinyl. Just if you're getting into hip hop and you want to listen to fucking music in general, these are the albums that you should listen to.
Facts.
So last album was Ready to Die. This album, this week would be Capital Punishment. Big Pun. In my eye, I put him number 1. That's just my perspective. That's my opinion. In a whole top 5, or just in general, like all rappers lined up, Big Pun in my eye is number 1. He says it in Leatherface. He does it all, bro. When we're looking at lineup of songs on Capital Punishment, some of, I would say, most listenable outside of the sex skit that's on here. This is the most breezable fucking album.
The sex skit is good too, though.
Nah, if you all right, from a perspective of someone that grew up like going like sitting on the bus or the train and shit, and back in the day having the fucking headphones and shit,
Mhm.
you know how how embarrassed I would be sometimes. Like,
Why? Because you got a little boner?
no, motherfucker, because I'm sitting next to an old lady or sitting next to some fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I want a bus sitting next to people listening to fucking, you know.
All
Like,
right, nah, that's good.
no, that's great. That's awesome.
Mhm.
No. In general, outside of that, I would say it's the most breathable records that you could possibly listen to when it comes on hip hop.
Wait, hold on. Before we keep on going, let's tell me some of the tracks.
Beware.
Beware. That's the second track.
Yes.
I gave you fair warning. Beware. That's one of my favorite.
These are off the
songs.
top. Super lyrical.
Featuring Black Thought.
Still Not a Player.
Still Not a Player remix.
Twins deep cover.
We know what that in the middle of little Italy. Little did we know that we riddled some middlemen who didn't do diddly. Pun, bro.
Tres Leches.
Inspector Deck and Prodigy.
We got Still Not a Player.
And the regulars, the other, you still not a player and still not a player or whatever. It's true.
Yeah, what is it? It's Still Not a Player and no. I'm not a player.
I'm not a player. I'm not a player and still not a player. I'm not a player is my darling, baby. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. And then still not a player is, the one with Joe that we would famously know. And then he actually said all of these tracks, but my favorite track on this album is Capital Punishment, the lead song to the album. You know what I'm saying?
And my apologies. I should have fucking.
I think Capital Punishment is some of Big Pun's best work lyrical. You know what I'm saying? I think what people forget is how lyrical Big Pun was, and I think that if you never heard him or whatever like that, then I can understand. But if you have heard him, even though he had only just a short time in hip hop, rest in peace to the great Christopher Rios, Big Punisher, he was ahead of his time lyrically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think of all the things that he missed. Think of the reggaeton that he missed. Think of the battle rap that he missed. You know what I'm saying? I think this is something that we would have seen Big Pun flourish and also bring this Latino side of it, because he was big with bigging up the Latinos and not just Puerto Rico. Obviously, he loved Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? But just Latins and hip hop, period. You know what I'm saying? Where we kind of like lost our face, and from the early 80s or the mid 80s when we were doing a lot of the breakdancing like Crazy Legs or whatever. And then when it got into the more lyrical side of hip hop, of rapping, like Latinos might have lost their spot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You do hear people say that, even though, you got some of the greats like KRS-One try to bring us back. Like, no, if it wasn't for the Puerto Ricans and the Hispanics, hip hop wouldn't have started. You know what I'm saying? So we do deserve our props. And obviously Big Pun is a product of that. But I mean, lyrically, the man he's in my top 5 favorite. You know what I'm saying? But lyrically, he's just ahead of his time. You know what I'm saying? He even had that song, which, maybe a year or so back, it dropped. Maybe Wu Kid had it, where it was a battle song between Big Pun and Jadakiss in the song, and they're battling each other like verse for verse. You know what I'm saying? And it's like what we see battle rap to be right now and to this day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, like he was ahead of his time with that. You know what I'm saying? When you think of the Yeah Baby and how he dissed 50 Cent and he dissed Jay-Z, two of the biggest individuals that would go on to, be the faces of hip hop after that. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you constantly think where Big Pun would be at if, unfortunately, he didn't pass away, so many years ago.
Reggie, don't you have this album?
Which one?
This album.
Which one?
Capital Punishment.
I don't.
You don't?
I do not.
Oh, shit.
I do not.
I thought you did.
Nah. It's something that's I'm one of those starting the vinyl. Anthony is the one that has already solidified his vinyl. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
So it's just the 45 that I gave you, that 45, right?
Of the Twins, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yes.
But outside of that, we're talking about even on the B cut side of this album, it's filled with features. You got Dead Prez on this album. You got Black Thought on this album. You got Wyclef on this album. You got
Wanna rumble with the pun, huh?
Yeah.
Shit on the whole industry. You know,
you got Inspector Deck. You got who else is on this fucking album?
Fat Joe.
Obviously you got Fat Joe. Noriega's on this album. But
we came up. What? Making it happen.
Oh, Busta's on this album.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about like features, that's a tough lineup of features right there.
Yeah, and it's all like the '90s greats. It's all the great like this Capital Punishment album is like really the true essence of the late '90s, in that big surge in hip hop that we constantly refer back to, like 97, 98, 99, 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If there's a high watermark on hip hop, like I feel like this album and our last album is the high watermark, like of pristine, fully listenable albums where you could go, this has something for fucking everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's a club hit on this album that's timeless.
Yeah.
Both albums have club hits that are fucking timeless. Juicy and fucking Still Not a Player will play,
and Big Papa
will play in every club every fucking night of the goddamn fucking year, as long as hip hop's being played. That both of those songs are going to be played. Mm-hmm. You know, there's not I'm not saying it's punishable, but no one's ever going to complain about it. No one's ever going to say have a problem. It's timeless fucking hits, you know? And when it comes down to the rest of the album, there's not a bad song on the whole fucking album.
All right. Tell me when it dropped. Let me when it dropped.
Oh, I think this is 96.
96. Word.
The God year of 96.
Where'd you get the album at?
This album, I believe this is a general purchase. I think this is a general record store purchase.
Record store purchase. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know sometimes you do the online. Sometimes.
Oh no, actually no. This is another Get On Down. It says on the spine. No, it's a regular black release. If you see on the spine, it says GET. That basically it's a Get On Down release. So I got this online from Get On Down. Yep. Right there.
All right.
But yeah, another Get On Down release. If you don't fuck with Get On Down, or you don't know about it, I would just go online, go on your phone, look up Get On Down. There's something on there that you probably fucking will like and get real excited about, get giddy about. I've seen some shit get released, dropped on there, and sell out instantaneously and be worth mad money after the fact. So keep an eye out for Get On Down and the shit they drop. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting any of this shit, so I don't know why I fucking rambling about them. But yeah, Get On Down, bro. But yeah, that's Capital. That's Big Pun. That's Big Pun. Capital Punishment. And like I said, Big Pun's my number one. This album is his best album in his discography. He is, in my eye, timeless. If we did it like a projected, like, you know, a thing where you're going to be stuck on an island and pick 3 albums that you get stuck with, this is number 1 on that list for me. I would say this, probably a Doom record, and probably a good R&B joint. Not sure which one off the top, but yeah.
Yeah, so that you could cry while you're on this deserted
island. By myself. Yeah, the
like
sound of the man, bro.
Like no motivation and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Some real Boys to Men shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Horrible.
Some cry moment on the train
road. Like, they never gonna find me, yo. Fuck this shit. I can't take this shit. I'm not making another fire. Fuck that. Until the next day, you make another fire. Like, nah, man, I was just emotional last night, man. That's it. We here, man. Hopefully, let me write help again in the sand, just in case.
Wake
Just
up
in case
feeling
I
good
see
about
something.
myself.
Yeah,
By
like,
the
you know, you
time
gotta just cry it
sunsets,
out. Yeah.
I look up at the sunset and it's like Boys to Men time.
Right.
So Boys to Men, and I'm
Right.
fucking depressed all over again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's DMX during the day.
Ooh, baby, yeah. That's
Well, we already went through.
Right
we actually went through DMX, Pun, and Big, and Mac, and who else? Who was the first one?
We did Camp Low, and then we did also Jay's Blueprint and Nas Stillmatic.
Stillmatic, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fire. All right, man. Well, we appreciate everybody that gave us the love on the YouTube. You know, that shit was we appreciate that. If you missed the live, you already know you could get the playback on the Spotify, Google, Amazon, Apple, iHeartRadio, and Audible. You already know. We see y'all next week, man. Every Sunday we live, you know, around the 1 o'clock mark. You know, and I forgot to put the number up, but you could also call us up. You know what I'm saying? I fucked that one up. But yeah, you know, call us up. Let us know how you feel, where you from, any comments you want to talk. But shout out to the people that was on the check-in, Berto. Appreciate you, my nigga. You all ready? Let's get the outro going. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Here we go.
Because you already know.
Is this not why you're here?
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?